Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Breezy here. I hope that all of you watching this are having an amazing day, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the best ways to deal the most damage in a gunfight while evading the majority of the enemy's fire while still keeping your accuracy at maximum potential. By using these tips that I give today and adding them into your arsenal, I can guarantee that you'll start to see some improvements not only in your game, but also the mindset that you have so that you can think like how a pro such as Shroud or Dizzy would if they were in the same situation. So to start things off, the most fundamental way of avoiding enemy fire while still dealing massive amounts of damage is by strafing. If you don't know what I mean by strafing, that involves you moving to both the left and right as you aim in order to mess with your opponent's accuracy and cause them to miss key shots. One of the worst habits that you can develop for honestly any first person shooter is to just stand completely still while you fire your weapon. Now, I can understand if you're just trying to get the hang of things and you're still learning the controls, but within a few weeks you should be getting out of that phase and using the strafing technique that I mentioned before. Just like in the gameplay you're watching right now, all I'm honestly doing is strafing to the left and right to keep the enemy squad from being able to land any shots on me. And I'm also constantly moving and changing directions because I'm outmatched in this 3v1 situation. But because I'm strafing, using the terrain to my advantage, I'm able to come out on top. Not to say they probably weren't the best players either. Another way to decrease the amount of shots that enemies land on you is to use the crouch strafe, or as many people would refer to it as crouch spam, way out of enemy fire. Rapidly crouching up and down is a really easy way to make people miss key shots because most people tend to aim somewhere near the torso or upper area of the body in general. But please do keep in mind that while this tip may prove to be very helpful, it can also hurt you just as much because if you crouch while somebody is aiming at the lower end of your torso, this may cause them to do bonus damage by accident because they're going to be getting headshots instead of what would normally be a lower end body shot. And if you're playing console, trying to crouch and aim already sounds pretty hard enough, but in a video I posted not too long ago going over some of the best pro controller settings that you can use to improve, one tip that I gave in that video is switching your melee and crouch button in your custom controller settings. The reason behind this is not only can you now crouch strafe like I mentioned before, but you can also slide without taking your finger off the analog stick, which can cause you to be vulnerable for a split second longer and ultimately decide if you get caught off guard or not. Okay, so now that I've gone over what you should be doing when you're engaged in a fight that you're aware of, or at least the fire is coming from in front of you, I'm going to go over what you should do if the fire is coming from the side or behind you, or if you're cornered. Now, if you're getting shot from the side or behind you, natural instinct makes you want to run straight ahead to the nearest cover regardless of where it may be. Now, while this may sound good on paper, it's honestly one of the worst things you can do because the whole time all your enemy is doing is following you in a straight line, and most of the time you get down before you can do anything about it. What you want to do instead is sprint halfway, stop, and reverse the way you were moving. I know this sounds kind of crazy, but what you're doing is messing with your opponent's head because they're going to expect you to keep moving that same way and try to aim just a tap ahead so that you're actually running into their bullets the whole time. But by reversing your movements about halfway through, it's going to throw off any sort of pre-aim that they may have and force them to recalibrate their shots. During that window of time, you'll be able to return fire and possibly turn the tables in your favor. And while we're on the topic of cover and bamboozling people, another easy way to do this is by jump sliding out of cover whenever enemies get too close. Most of the time people just try to sit and crouch, but this is kind of boring and what's expected when somebody's hiding behind cover. Jump sliding or strafing from behind cover when you know the enemy is close is almost guaranteed to catch them off guard, and the majority of the time an enemy is going to be so committed when they know you're behind something that they'll pre-aim where you're at anyway, so just trying to crouch there and hope for the best isn't exactly the best thing you can do. And I mean, when you jump straight from out of cover, you can easily spray from the hip to do a lot of damage, especially if you're carrying the R99 or an alternator with some of those disruptor rounds. One more tip that I have to share with you guys is that corner or jiggle peeking, as some people like to call it, is something that a lot of people overlook and tend to forget about. Just like the two tips I mentioned before, this involves cover, but it's best used during the cat and mouse situation where you're both looking around the edge of an object trying to tag the other person for damage. This technique involves you not fully committing to any one side, but instead staying neutral, or whatever side you're on, and only peeking around the corner whenever your enemy commits too much. The idea is to do it quickly and before the enemy returns fire and can hit you. It's really useful on console because the aim assist will actually drag your enemy's aim into the object instead of the body shot they're trying to go for. This is definitely something that you should try the next time you get into a tight situation like this, and it's something that I use lots of the time because it's really a game changer when it comes down to it. But with that guys, covered some of the best tips that I have to share regarding how to avoid taking damage and maximizing the amount of damage you can do in return. I really do hope these tips I share help to improve your game. If you've never strafed before in a shooting game, it may be kind of hard at first, but don't worry because you can practice anything you want to in the training range on the targets there. Also, if there's anything that I forgot to mention in today's video or anything else you would like to see, be sure to let me know down below in the comment section because I'm sure that you guys have some awesome tips to share as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon because then you don't have to worry about missing out on some of the latest Apex Legends news or posts from this channel. If you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to leave a like. And hey, feel free to comment down below how you feel about today's video or Apex Legends Season 2 in general. Oh, and one last thing is, feel free to watch this snippet of me playing with this random kid I met with my friend and some of the hilarious moments we had while playing on Apex Legends. I've got the full vid posted on my channel now, but I'll just leave this a little bit here so you can see what's going on and why we had such a great time. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, it's your boy KB. Signing off. Peace.
Give me it. I know your channel. So
What's my channel name? Say it, and I'll give you the master.
K Breezy.
Say it like you mean it.
K Breezy.
All right, there you go. Spitfire.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 2.
Ah, you took it.
At me.
Wow, look at that one. There they go. He is at like 2 HP.
Revive.
I know that Watson.
You could revive me.
Down one. Charging shields.
I'm coming over to you. But let me make sure there's nobody
I
right.
see nobody. I see nobody.
Alright.
I have
revive
shotgun
me.
kills in a single match.
Yeah.
Right here.
What the heck? There he is.
Bloodhound is right.
Behind you.
Bro, yeah, that give me shield, man. That's enough. That's a whole nother people's. Whole other people's. It's whole other people's. Can't come over
Bomb with
here.
that.
Charging on my shields.
Yeah, let's get the boss right here. Dang. And he got gold body armor. What?
I'm stuck here.
Oh, you can't uncrouch. Oh man. F.
Dude, that's the dumbest thing. You...
Right here.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. There's not enough loot. Yeah, we can go over here. Okay, we can go over here.
Hold your breath. If you have a respiratory system.
Did everybody just go silent?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I was trying to figure out. Everybody just went in sicko mode silent. Kevin, you better not land in the middle. I land here every time I come here.
Opening fire on the enemy.
Bro, I swear to God, bro.
I feel bad for that dude. I know it's 53 if it's though.
I swear to God, bro. If I had an R301 right now, bro.
Breezy has a purple shield. No fair.
Trevor, no, bro. Chill out, bro.
Watch this. Look at my shield. I found one right under the thing.
Dude, we gotta help Trevor, bro. Trevor finna die, bro. Or he either finna get a spot wipe or he finna die, bro.
Enemies are shooting at me.
But I know it's getting crazy where he at, bro. On my
Stop
mom.
talking like
It's not
that.
us.
Stop talking like that. No, you haven't.
What you talking about? Holy crow! Holy moly! Holy moly, bro! Dude!
Yeah, that Bangalore is low, but I don't know where his Mirage friend is.
Dude, it's freaking Pathfinder right there, dude. Let me freaking heal up, bro, and then I got you, man. Golly G bun, bro.
Body shield here. Level
I need meds. Give me some freaking meds, bro.